Thank you for sharing your Friday afternoon with us on Kababayan today. This is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos, where we help Filipinos not just to survive but also to thrive here in the U.S. And when we talk about thriving, we also talk about community involvement, and being involved with the community is very important in order for us to be able to thrive here in the U.S. as well. And that's why we are here at the Toyota Museum to give you some of the highlights of this quarterly meeting of the U.S. Army. And one of the things that is striking to me from this afternoon's conversation is Colonel Mark Toy's presentation on STEM, S-T-E-M. And for those of us who may not have heard about this before, what is it?
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math.
And what is this program all about?
So we are, as the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the nation's engineer, and we have a vested interest in creating engineers for the future. So we're involved in this to bring in kids from the lowest grades all the way to the most senior grades in college and create engineers not only for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, but also for our nation.
Why is the Army pursuing this? I know that this quarterly meeting was centered on that, to let us know about the strides that you're making with your group and with the program. But why such interest?
There's a lot of STEM outreach that's going on, but a lot of it is not coordinated. So we needed an event or a venue like the Grassroots organization to bring together all those different STEM events. Now, we, being in the Army Corps of Engineers, have projects that we work on for our nation. So it's a natural laboratory to bring kids out to introduce them to STEM. We have the engineers, the scientists, the technology wizards that work for us. So it's very easy as to mobilize our folks to actually help in this endeavor.
See, now we're Filipinos. We're very familiar with the healthcare industry, but when you talk about technology and science and engineering and math industry, what is the need for that? I heard some alarming statistics earlier.
The nation needs engineers to build the infrastructure. As you look around and you drive your car and you hit a pothole or you see a bridge that's dilapidated, it takes engineers to actually fix that. And if you don't actually plant the seeds now to create those engineers, when I retire, there isn't going to be folks to come in and take our places, but you actually have to sow those seeds early. This world that we live in now is so full of Hollywood and different types of things that you can do, but nobody thinks about what the possibilities are in engineering. So we, by reaching out to the communities, show kids what they could do, and they just really need a glimmer of what science, technology, and engineering and math can mean to them. And if we do that for them, maybe we can create those engineers that actually can fill those potholes, build those bridges, so that we create a nation that can thrive long after we are gone.
And it doesn't have to be daunting. I know, math, and when you talk about math, science, some people think all of a sudden, oh, it's something that's very difficult to comprehend. You make it easy, because we saw some of the programs and projects that you've been dealing with, and it involves even very, very young kids.
Right. Really, you don't necessarily have to be good in math. What I think is the common thing that we have to do for our kids is develop a passion. Developing a passion in them to see that math actually can be fun and it has an application that allows us to do other things in the world. If you start that young, give these kids mentors so they can see what right looks like, you can help them actually reach their personal and professional goals. So whether it be philosophy or engineering or math, I mean, we really want to create STEM, but you just got to create that passion. And when we bring everybody together, that's something that we think we can do, and we really appreciate all that you are doing to help spread the word to everyone how important STEM is for our nation.
And I think that's also something that you're talking to the parents about, creating them a passion. I guess curiosity as well, let them kids ask questions, and I know that a lot of kids ask a lot of questions.
You're right, they ask questions, and what they do, it creates other questions, and what you're really doing there is you're building momentum. And so kids can see that what I'm doing here in elementary school will also carry on to high school, and then maybe an internship with the Army Corps of Engineers or other engineering firm, and then it's maybe something that I can do. And then what you hope to create is a STEM graduate that can actually reinvest back into our young people again, and also create even more engineers. So once we get that momentum going, thanks to you and all the folks here in the Grassroots organization, we will definitely be not only building strong in the Army Corps of Engineers, but Army strong.
So we are also tying this back to the Army, and what I like is, I think it was mentioned earlier at the presentation, you're not just there to recruit people, you're there to help the community. How important is that to the U.S. Army organization?
You got to get buy-in. as you know, things will die unless we get the support. In this time of fiscal uncertainty where resources are very difficult, you just can't do this by yourself. You need to be able to leverage each other for resources so that you can create that synergy so that the whole organization can take off. And that's why some places like the grassroots organization is so great. I've never seen such a combination of educators, private industry, schools, federal agencies, cities, counties, all coming together with a common idea of how to better STEM in our nation.
And you said it right there, synergy, that's the proper word. And in fact, that's why here this afternoon as well at this meeting, I was also very surprised and shocked to meet some of our Kababayans who are entering the Army. They're very excited to tell their story to you, and that's up next when we return. Don't go away.